Hi, it's Jim. Welcome back. We are listening to Peace of Mind, the 1983 album by Iron Maiden, their fourth album. The album that comes after The Number of the Beast, that I thought, in my head, I thought we did it really quite recently, 6 months ago. I had a look after I made yesterday's video, thinking, oh, when exactly was that? It was 6, 7 months ago, something like that. No, it's almost 2 years. I'm so sorry. We really should have revisited that. So actually, I might end up going back and redoing The Number of the Beast, so it sort of fits in the flow of things. But oops. So as we said yesterday, this is the first album to feature Nicko McBrain, who's been the drummer with Iron Maiden since 1983, basically. So he's been there a long, long time. He is the. In fact, this pretty much now is the solid lineup, the classic lineup, if you will, that goes on for many, many albums, and also is the core of the Iron Maiden that everybody sort of knows now as well. So we have Steve Harris on bass, Adrian Smith and Dave Murray on guitar, Bruce Dickinson on vocals, Nicko McBrain on drums. Now, what happens later on is Bruce Dickinson leaves the band, Adrian Smith leaves the band to do their own things. We get Yannick Gears in on guitar and Blaze Bayley on vocals. But they Blaze only lasts a couple of albums, and then Bruce Dickinson comes back. And also Adrian Smith comes back at that time as well. But Yannick Gears stays in the band. So we have a 3-guitar band from that era then onwards, which is kind of where they've stayed ever since. But the rest of the band is still exactly the same. So Nicko McBrain, Steve Harris, Dave Murray have been are then consistent all the way through. Right. I'm mumbling and rambling. We're now getting on to side 2. So we've got 5 tracks on here. Hopefully, these will all stay together. Otherwise, I might have to split this into 2 videos because of copyright issues. But if the YouTube and copyright gods are smiling on us, then we'll get 5 tracks together. And they are The Trooper, Still Life, Quest for Fire, Sun and Steel, and To Tame a Land. So I'd say The Trooper is probably the best known song from this album. Well, Where Eagles Dare comes in there as well, and obviously Flight of Icarus and The Trooper, both singles. Still Life, Quest for Fire, Sun and Steel are sort of quite deep album cuts. To Tame a Land, which comes in at the end, is Iron Maiden's take on Dune. And we have actually listened to that before on the channel, but not in the context of listening to the whole album. So that's what we're going to do now. Just show you the artwork again. It's Derek Riggs with Eddie on the front. Derek Riggs is the artist, sorry. Eddie on the front, obviously, as he is on every single album. Been lobotomized. It's a gatefold, so if we open it up, you can see he's in a padded cell, and they've got the song titles on the back there, and some credits, so who's in the band and whatnot. That's all we need to know. We need to listen to the rest of this album, so that is what we're going to do. Oh yeah. I remember exactly where I was when I heard this for the first time.
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire a musket, but I'll run you through.
I was lying on the grass of the back garden of our house with my little radio and a radio cassette thing, recording it. So it must have been probably spring or summertime. It was warm enough to be outside. Dave Murray's tone is smooth and round, and then Adrian Smith comes in a second. Now, this is a slightly more aggressive sound. I've got a friend who's a very, very, very good guitarist and an Iron Maiden aficionado as well, and he assures me Dave Murray is in the left and Adrian Smith is in the right. Not when they're soloing, they're straight in the middle, but the rest of the time. Perfect single, hey? Perfect. That's Nicko McBrain. That's obviously been reversed because of the uproar in America on the Number of the Beast, accusing Iron Maiden of being Satanists. So I thought, we're gonna mess with the minds of the evangelical American Bible belters, and actually put in a reverse message that you could only understand if you play it backwards. But it isn't satanic. I love this song. Still Life. Only reference to the album title. love this bit.
Let's take you down there to look at them too. And then we'll jump right into that pool. Can't you see? Not just me, they want you to. Oh, we'll drown together. It will be forever nightmares. Forever calling me nightmares. Now we rest in peace.
Ooh. Quest for fire.
In a time when dinosaurs walked the earth, when the land was swamp and caves were full, in an age when prize possession was fire, to search for landscapes men would roam. Then the tribes, they came to steal the fire, and the wolves, they howled into the night, as they fought a vicious angry battle to save the power of warmth and light. Drawn by quest for fire, they searched all through the land. Drawn by quest for fire, discovery of man. And they thought that when the embers died away, that the flame of life had burnt and died. Didn't know the sparks that made the fire were made by rubbing stick and stone. So
Get an
they
education with this, don't you?
crossed swamps of danger, and they fought the cannibal tribes and beasts in the search to find another fire to regain the power of light and heat. Drawn by quest for fire, they searched across the land. Drawn by quest for fire, discovery of man.
Again, another perfect example of how the instrumental parts of their songs are so melodic.
Drawn by quest for fire, they searched across the land. Drawn by quest for fire, discovery of man. Drawn by quest for fire, they searched across the land. Drawn by quest for fire, discovery of man.
Hee. Sun and steel.
Well, you killed your first man at 13. Killer instinct, animal supreme. By 16, you had learned to fight. The way of the warrior, you took it just right.
love this chorus. I say this every time, but do listen to the bass, because it is so unlike other bands. Fantastic. Right. To Tame A Land. The story goes they wanted to call this Dune, but Frank Herbert hated, I think he hated sort of rock and heavy metal, and he absolutely hated the idea of Iron Maiden doing this, so they couldn't call it that. It just had to be inspired by. Such interesting chord changes.
Without the stars that you would fly on the sun so hot and dry of the world, call out a kiss. It is a land that's rich in spice, the songwriters and the mice that they call the Muad'Dib. He is the quiz that's how to rock. He is born in Caladan and will take the ganja bar. He has the power to perceive what's looking
Knight Rider. This sort of lightness of touch that I really miss in some of their later albums. And that's not to say I don't like them, but I really love this. The melody and, yeah, the lightness, subtlety. Isn't that wonderful? Absolutely awesome. Not quite an epic, but one of their longer songs at this stage, before we obviously get to Rime of the Ancient Mariner, but I'll just stop the record. Well, at 7.5 minutes, To Tame A Land is not Iron Maiden's longest song by a long shot. There are much, much longer ones than that. But it is an indication of their proggier sort of leanings, as in they are exploring sort of slightly longer form songs. And there'd been a few that had come before us. Hallowed Be Thy Name was the longer one on Number of the Beast, and obviously Phantom of the Opera. I don't know about Killers. Was there a long one on there? Maybe Prodigal Son was slightly longer than some of the others, but that sort of tendency to have one or two sort of much longer songs on the album is a sort of an indication of what was going to happen as they went forward. So obviously the next album, we have The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, which is the longest one they'd ever done up to that point. It's like 14 minutes or something like that. And then, of course, as the career progressed, there were loads of them. And it's one of the great things about Iron Maiden. They love doing these sort of short little songs. They love doing long songs and everything in between. And I think that's a reflection of a band that is confident and comfortable and is able to extrapolate a story or musical idea and themes into something more than sort of 3 or 4 minutes, and to keep your attention. I did say in there as well, there's bits on these early Iron Maiden albums that I really like. There's a lightness of touch to them, and I think some of that gets lost as the band gets older and the sound becomes more dense. Specifically, I guess in the last sort of like 15 years or so, the sound is a much heavier sound, which is odd to say because obviously Iron Maiden is a heavy metal band, but there's so much melody and space in these songs that it gives the music room to breathe. And I find sometimes with some of the tracks that come later on, there is a denseness and and a heaviness, not just sort of a guitar and drums loud heavy, but sort of just it weighs down and it becomes sort of much more difficult to navigate your way through a song. And as I say, that doesn't mean that I don't like them, but I do miss sometimes the dexterity and the lightness of these earlier pieces, and that's why I think this first 7 album, 8 if you include Live After Death, but this 7 album studio run as the best album run of their career, and stuff that comes after that. There are albums which would fit in there, but they're not all by any means to this level, and that's just my take on it. But I love the band unconditionally. They've got me from the get-go pretty much, and I'll always be there, and I love them very, very much indeed. So there we go. That is Iron Maiden's 4th album, Peace of Mind. That's a wrap. I'll see you all on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Until then, this is Jim over.